Okay, well, barrel or nah. Um, Taking a hangover prevention drink.
Zero barrel at all. Like, do not do it. A flat C. If you're planning on getting a hangover, you're a dummy, A. Uh, if you're
No,
planning
they're
on going
planning
off,
on getting drunk.
yeah, go play, get drunk, and with your drunken night comes a hangover. Like, yes, you can. I will admit, into practice, you can come home from your drunken night and try to drink water. Like, water is never is so gross after a night of drinking, but try to chug all that water and do that. But if you're taking a supplement before even starting to drink in preparation of your drinking, then you're not doing life right. Like, drunkenness and all of like a good time is supposed to be spontaneous, not like prepared for. Like, and look at the people who do prepare for that kind of stuff. Look at the person who's saying, it is tonight, or sorry, next Friday is going to be sexy night. I am going to, lower the lights down on that night and da, da, da. Who knows what that night holds, right? Who knows what Friday 2 weeks from now, maybe it will be, maybe it'll be, automatically sexy night. But you can't prepare for celebration in this kind of way. Like,
No.
so if you, I guarantee, if you take your hangover prevention medicine before going out, you're going to have a bad night.
Yeah, I think preparing for sexy time is decidedly less sexy,
Yeah.
and and preparing for a hangover is probably decidedly less. It's an indicator of a drinking problem, maybe is what it is. Is like I am so accustomed to this, what I'm putting my body through, that I need to mitigate against it. It
And
maybe you shouldn't
and
be
then
doing it
also
so frequently.
Yeah, and then also just thinking like tonight I'm going big. But what if that
Right.
night doesn't necessitate going big? Like, but then I feel if you take in the preventative measures, you're gonna like, Bartender, another round of shots." Like, you're gonna
Yeah.
keep it going in a weird way.
Yeah, I'm on board with this. I've never taken one of these. I've only knew that they existed recently,
Yeah.
um, where it's like a shot that you drink, and it's probably
Hmm.
just vitamins, electrolytes, or something like that. But I'll tell you what, I never have a hangover, and I drink pretty regularly. And it may just be that I have a high tolerance, or that I know my limit, and so I'm not pushing past the limit. But the key for me has just been hydration. And it's not hydration after you get home from a night of drinking, it's hydration the day of or throughout the night. Drink water while you're drinking wine at dinner or whatever it is. And it's like hangovers are not really a problem. So I
Well,
don't,
I mean, and to
I don't
your
know.
point, like, trying to beat a hangover is trying to beat the mechanism that's saying slow down.
Yes,
So like, you're
slow
actively,
down.
yeah. So I say, go hard and then accept your hangover, because that hangover is an important part of your drinking journey, of
Yeah.
where you're not going to go hard again probably that night, because you got walloped.
Yeah. If your body is telling you, giving you a very clear sign to stop doing something or to push the brakes a little bit, don't turn off the mechanism that tells
Yeah.
you what's good for you,
Yeah.
right?
Not smart.
Okay. All right. That's a no barrel for both of us on hangover prevention drinks. Barrel or not? Hello, David and Chaz. Barrel or not question for you. I recently saw something that perplexed me, and I am curious your about your guys' opinion. While leaving my local spot, I observed two guys who had just gotten out of the water from surfing help each other get their arms out of their wetsuits. On one hand, we all know how difficult getting out of a wetsuit can be at times. On the other hand, I would never feel or think that it was cool to ask somebody to help me do this, nor would I want them to ask me to help them. So I bring you this question to the experts. Barrel or not, having your friend help take off your wetsuit. Keep work, Thomas in Cape Hatteras.
Didn't we have this one? I feel we had this one.
I feel like we discussed this at some point. I don't know if it was a barrel or not, but
So
it's been years for sure.
I feel my initial take was that this is temperature dependent. If you are surfing below if you are in 40 odd degree water with a 20-degree wind chill or whatever, then you're not going to be able to get out of your wetsuit alone. But I feel I stumbled on, you get in your dang car, you turn on your heat, you drive home in your wetsuit, whatever, that the time and occasion for having another man help you get out of your swimming suit is not ever. So I'm going to go no barrel.
No matter what the swimming suit is.
Yeah,
Wetsuit, no. Shorts, no. Speedo, no,
no,
definitely not.
no. If you're,
It's a no
yeah,
across the board.
yep, you as a man get out of your own swimming suit yourself. Now, this
Yeah.
does not pertain to our lady friends. I think you girls have at it. You guys go to the bathroom together. You do other things that men don't do. And so you can help each other take your wetsuits off all day, every day. But as for men, no, no,
I don't care if you have a shoulder injury.
nope.
You figure out a way. You create a device that allows you to operate as a third arm. But I like your idea too of driving home if it's too chilly, because yeah, it's just not. Yeah,
You
there's
can't do it.
certain things that are just a nah. It's a nah.
It's a not. It's undignified. It is there's no way to make it. And if you stumble upon something and there's no way to justify it or make it dignified, then it's a no. Like
It's a nah.
you all of but my shoulders hurt, but it's my hands are numb, I mean it's just none of that makes up for because there's no nice way to do it either. Like it's
Nope.
one man struggling with another man's swimming suit is all it is.
Yep. Yep. All right, we nailed that one. Barrel or not, Chaz. I shouted speak up at a quiet talker last night. They got uncomfortable and left me alone. Thank you. But I encountered yet another incident that has periodically plagued my adult life: the damp handshake.
Mm.
Barrel or not, handing them a napkin.
Okay. Unlike the quiet talker, the sweaty handed, it's not their fault, right? Like the quiet, no matter how quiet, no matter how bad your hearing is or whatever that makes you talk quiet, there's a fix for that. Like even if it makes you feel uncomfortable talking loud or whatever. The sweaty handed, best thing to do is pretend they don't have sweaty hands. Give it a
Mm,
firm shake and pull away and do not refrain from wiping your hand on your pants or your jacket or anything. Just that person, the sweaty handed, has enough stuff with their sweaty hands. They don't need you. They know. It's not like they're unaware. It's not like, oh yeah, And I think there's those people with chronically sweaty hands. We each of us have had a sweaty hand from time to time and gotten caught with it, right? Did you
yeah,
need somebody
nervous
to say,
situation or something.
sure? Did you need somebody to point it out right then? I feel that when your hands are sweaty, you are, and when you're making contact with somebody with your sweaty hands, you are 120% aware of that situation. You don't need somebody to remind you.
I'll send this message out to the sweaty handed. You can wipe your hand on your pants right before you go in for the handshake. That if you are known to have clammy hands, if you're a clam hand, you need to just as a quick move, you could probably practice this at home before you go out to a public setting, but just a quick, like a old Western gunfighter would draw their gun. You just do a quick swipe on your pants and then go up for the handshake because it is
It's
on you.
it still does feel damp. And again, the sweaty handed, maybe not all things are for all people. And as juvenile and sad as giving someone the tater is, well, I mean, I don't recommend giving a tater, but like, what can you do besides shake a hand? The fist bump, you just can't do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I got a question.
hmm,
Like some people have a foot fetish, right? Or I think a
yeah,
lot of people have a foot fetish. Is there anybody who likes the sweaty handshake?
no. I'm gonna say this is one. I mean, maybe because there is a fetish for everyone. But the like when foot fetish, I feel is not even that weird probably anymore because it's a funny phrase, foot fetish. But I mean, what? It's become such a part of mainstream conversation discussion that it's got a solid 20% of the public must have a foot fetish, or else it wouldn't be so uh, widely discussed, right?
Yeah, I think that's a high percentage, but it's normal. It's
A
fairly normalized
a
now.
decent percentage. I think when you get to the freaky ones, like, and I don't even want to mention the freaky ones, but everybody knows a freaky fetish. I think somebody who likes clammy hands, just keep that locked way, way, way down where fetishes belong. Fetishes do not belong in the public sphere. That's your kink.
Pages?
Keep it there.
They're going to cocktail parties, excited and giddy,
Looking,
hoping
looking for a
they
sweaty palm,
encounter one. And they're just looking around the room, looking to introduce themselves so they can shake more hands.
a
And then they come
slight,
across that clam hand and they just caress it and hold it.
a slight shudder when wet skin touches dry palm.
Disgusting. I am disgusted with myself for
That's
even
why
coming up with this.
that's why fetishes need to stay deep, 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 deep down. It's the problem with everybody oversharing, etc. Oh, internet's here. I can find, a group of like-minded people. No,
Yeah.
you're a freak. Keep your freaky down.
Yeah.
Keep
All
it
right.
hidden.
Well, official barrel or not advice is it is not okay to reprimand the clam handed and just shake it, wipe it off, move on with your life.
Shake it, wipe it off. If it's somebody who you need to be like shake hands often with, if it's a coworker or something like that, I'm gonna say you can make mental note and avoid. Like that's all fine
Okay.
and good, but you just can't publicly say, "Hey man, can you take care of that dampness for me?"
Botox injections in the wrist.
Yeah, don't do it.
Okay. All right. Good advice as always. Thank you.